guys, don't you just love that card? So we're gonna make that card today. It's very simple. I've been away with summer here and stuff, so I haven't been able to really make too many projects or post too many videos. So I will be back in full swing once the kiddos get back in school. But for now, I'm gonna pop on here when I can. So this will be a quick video, very simple card. I'm trying to use up some of my scraps by making this card. So we're gonna use the stamp set Wonderful Moments. This one's so cute. I fell in love with it when I first seen it. I just love that there's a bride, a pregnant lady, and then just a lady here, and she can hold the balloons and the gift bag and stuff. So I just love this set, the flowers she can hold, and there's a lot of great little sentiments on here. So we're going to use this set today, and I'm going to use the lady and the balloons in the gift bag for a birthday card. Like I said, we're going to use some scraps. I've been using this paper, the Tranquil Textured Designer Series paper. I love this paper. There's so many cool designs on it, and it's under the promotion for buy 3 get 1 Designer Series paper free right now, and it's only good for the next few days. The end of July 31st, it will no longer be available. So if you like any of the designer papers, it's a good deal. There's certain ones that are on sale, and you can get them and then get one for free. So I'm using this. I had this little piece of scrap from a card I used earlier. This here is Highland Heather paper that I had, a little piece of it, and then a piece of Whisper White. And then for your card base, we're going to use Gorgeous Grape. So this piece of the Highland Heather, this measures 1.5 by 4.5. And then your piece of the Designer Series paper, this one is 2 3/4 by 3.5. And then your piece of Whisper White, this is 3 by 4.5. We're going to do some stamping. I'm also going to color, so I'm going to use the aqua painters and the ink pads to color this. The first thing we're going to do is stamp out the lady, and I'm going to use Memento black ink to do all my stamping. So when I stamp her down, I'm going to stamp her off to the edge here and close to the bottom. Next thing I'm going to use are the balloons, and I'm going to stamp those out. Now with this stamp set, you'll see that it's broken right there, the strings. That's where you're going to put it over her hand. So because it's photopolymer, you can see through it very well. So you just want to line it up over the top of her hand. I'm going to take the present, and I'm just going to stamp that, and I'm going to put that in her other hand. And again, with the present, you can see there's a little notch in the handle, and that just fits nicely in her hand. So the ink colors I'm going to use to color are going to be Lovely Lipstick, Costa Cabana, and Gorgeous Grape. So I'm going to use the aqua painters. If you don't have the aqua painters, you can use your watercolors, you can use your markers, whatever you want to color. I love the aqua painters. They come in 2 different sizes, so you'll get a pack of 2, and one has a fatter tip and one smaller. I'm going to use the smaller one for her. So what you do is you just unscrew the top, and there's a little tube here, and you fill that with just plain water, and then you just screw that back on, and you're good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to color her Gorgeous Grape. So in order to use your ink pads for coloring, you want to squeeze in the center, and then you just want to open it up, and you'll see that you'll have some ink, your color palette to work with here. So I'm just going to pick, I'm not going to squeeze any of this water out. I'm just going to pick up some of this here, and I'm going to just kind of put it on heavy around like the shadowy parts of her, if that makes sense. To kind of give her a shadow. And the stamps kind of help you figure out where to put the color. They kind of show you where the shadow patterns would go, I guess. So I just kind of color her where I think a shadow would fall. So once I get those on to where I like the dark, then I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to put a little bit of water, squeeze a little bit of water out, and then I'm going to kind of mix in my Gorgeous Grape. And then I'm going to come back in and kind of fill it in here. I forgot one other color, Pineapple Punch, and I'm just going to color her hair with that. So I'm just going to take the Happy Birthday out of this set. There's a little Happy Birthday, and I'm going to stamp it in Gorgeous Grape right underneath the present here. So now what I'm going to do is take the piece of Highland Heather cardstock, and in this stamp set there's a little speckles here. We're going to take that stamp. You're going to use your Versamark, and you're just going to stamp this all over this, just randomly. Oh, with this piece of paper here, I don't like how much white there is. I should have put her over a little bit more, so I'm going to trim this up, and I'm going to trim the top where the balloons are just to cut down on some of this white. So I like that trimmed up better. It just, there's less white there. So we're going to go ahead and assemble the card. You can use whatever kind of adhesive you like. I know there's no more Fast Fuse. I have Fast Fuse still. I have a lot of Fast Fuse. I love Fast Fuse, so I'm going to use that. You can use the snail adhesive. I like something a little stronger, so I'm going to use the Fast Fuse. There's also the Tombow Mono Liquid Glue that would work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of play with the pattern here and just figure out exactly how I want my card to look. So again, up to you. You design it the way you want it to. You know, I think something like that will look good. I like that. So play with it. Use your scraps of paper up. If you're like any crafter out there, you have scraps of paper that are just sitting someplace that need to be used. So this is a great way to use them up. So there's the design. Again, you know, you can make a whole bunch of these with your scraps, the same colors and stuff. But we're not done. I'm going to do some stamping on the inside of this card. So I'm just going to use the saying in here, celebrate a special day with a special wish for a very special person. I'm going to stamp that on the inside of the card. I'm just going to use some Memento ink to stamp that out. And I'm going to take that same Happy Birthday stamp that we used on the front. I'm going to use some Memento ink, and I'm going to stamp that right underneath. And then that's it to the card. You could do more on here if you wanted to, but this would be an easy card to rattle off a whole bunch of them, especially using your scraps. Just color coordinate your scraps with your card base, and very simple. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching.